Donald Trump. He is live this morning. Mr. Trump, thanks for joining us this morning. We just heard John Karl say that your two big attackers are out, but you're leading all the polls. Jeb Bush calls you the front runner. Does that mean you're the target tomorrow night? And what are you going to do about it?
Well, I probably am the target, and I was very honored to see that two men that really did attack me very viciously, actually, and I only attacked back after they started, but they went down very substantially. In fact, Lindsey Graham went down to 0, so the voters were fantastic as far as I'm concerned, but they did certainly go down.
Jeb Bush says you're preying on people's fear and angst. That's what he suggested yesterday. Is that what you're doing, and what's your response to Mr. Bush?
Well, no, not at all. I mean, our country is in trouble. Politicians have driven us into the ground. They don't know what they're doing. They're certainly good at getting elected, and after they get elected, they don't do anything. I say they're all talk and no action. And it's time that we do something about it. We want to make America great again. That's my theme. Make America great again. And the word again is a very important word, because now we're second to China. We're going down further. We're 25th in the world in education. You look at education, I mean, we have third world nations that do better than we do, and yet we spend far more per student than any other country in the world. We're just going down in so many ways. I was very proud to bring up the illegal immigration, and I took a lot of heat the first week, and now everybody's saying I was right, and they're apologizing to me, and it's become a major point, which I'm very proud of. It's a disaster for our country.
Jeb Bush also said there that he still believes, though, that people are crossing the border out of acts of love.
Well, he talked about acts of love, and that's the problem we have. You know, they're crossing the border acts of love. Kate, beautiful Kate in San Francisco, was killed by somebody that came over 5 times. Jamil, wonderful young man, killed, maybe going to Stanford, great football player, great parents. I met his father, such a great man. He was shot to death, point blank. So many. I mean, this is just so many. And, you know, I've brought that issue to the forefront, and I'm so proud of it, because it is a huge problem. Not to mention the crime coming across, the drugs that are coming across. And when the drugs come across, George, the money goes back into Mexico. We have a problem.
You've been raising a lot of issues for a long time. And one of the things that could come up tomorrow night is, in the past, you've had a lot of positions that seem to align with the Democrats on health care, pro-choice on abortion, pro-gun control. You used to describe yourself as socially quite liberal. If that charge comes up tomorrow night that you're a flip-flopper, how do you respond?
Well, you know, I have no problem with it. I've evolved like a lot of other people. Ronald Reagan evolved. Ronald Reagan was a Democrat, and he became a Republican. He was sort of a liberal guy, actually, as a younger man, and he became a Republican, and he did very well. I have great respect for him. I helped him. I knew him. He liked me, and I liked him. So, you know, we evolve. I think everybody on that stage has changed positions on different things. I mean, but I've always been very tough on some very important issues, and issues like, as an example, the border, the military, the vets. Nobody's going to take care of the vets like I am. You know, the politicians, you mentioned McCain, the politicians in Washington have let the vets down. They've never had longer waits than they had as of last Wednesday. They measured it last Wednesday. The waits for the vets waiting for doctors is the longest that they've ever had. I will take care of our vets, and I will take care of our military. We will be so strong that people will not mess with us.
Just about out of time. What's a win tomorrow night?
Well, I don't know. I can't answer the question. I don't want to attack anybody, and you know, maybe I'll be attacked and maybe not. I'd rather just discuss the issues. But you know, certainly I don't want to attack. If I'm attacked, I have to, you know, do something back. But I'd like it to be very civil.
We will be watching. Donald Trump, thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
We will see if it's civil indeed.